Hello and welcome to this edition of Saturday Chat with me, Big Scott 35. I don't know what really to talk about today. Been watching a lot of videos this week, like I always do. I watch. When I watch YouTube, I don't watch just sports cards. Y'all know I love my history, so I say history is made every day. So I keep up with the news going on. Even I try to keep up with pop culture, all that stuff. It gets tougher and tougher because it's with this 15 minute culture we have, if it's even that long anymore. Um, it's harder for me. That's why I love the comments when I love your long form um, type of format, and I acknowledge that. Like I'm a background type of person, video, something you're gonna be doing, and pop me on the background. Or I know a lot of people listen to me in the car, kind of like a vlog. Uh, which I find, good too. I don't care. And I know a lot of people watch me for 5 minutes and make a decision on what they're going to. With any video, you're going to make your decision in 5 minutes if you're going to continue to watch or not. That's just the way it is. And that's kind of the way it's always been. Even when, growing up, they try to get you in that first 5 minute intro to watch the show before they went to that first quick commercial break to bring you back for the first scene or whatever of the show. But, so yeah, and I've been watching videos. I'm just going to keep it at that. So my opinions I will be keeping to myself. Please don't ask. I'm just stating this because I know y'all know I'm kind of opinionated on things. I do have opinions on stuff, right, wrong, or indifferent. It's a sad week on many fronts, not just the one. And that's the sadder part to me is just the one thing is being brought up. But that's my one opinion, and that's the only one you're going to get from me. Cards. So this week I did do some sport lots selling again. I try to every Saturday. I think every I get a sale and it takes I got up to 7 days to mail it. So I'll wait till like the 7 days and then I do a bunch. I try to do one every weekend. So I'm right on pace with what I need for my low end of what makes me go, okay, I'm doing okay with this. 50 cards so far for the month. Steadily putting cards in, really putting some better cards in there. Because if anybody knows Sport Lots, it's all about traction. So you got to get good stuff in, and then people come to your store and they look through your store to add more cards to get a better shipping and all that. New hat. So I got the Expos, but now people know why I wear an Expos hat. I really don't like these overdone like panels and stuff. But that's the only thing that's on it. It's New Era MLB. It's a Cooperstown collection hat. So really like it. I bought several new hats again to add to my hat collection. I'm a collector, man. And hey, let's talk about that. So Mangini made I think a good, as usual, thought-provoking video about collecting. I think there's collector channels. I think there's plenty of collectors channels out there. But the thing is, we're all overtaken by the value guys, the flippers, the F word, which I do, which a lot of people do. The value guys, the as he said, hot potato, which I've been talking about that while prices have been going up on certain higher end stuff, is because it goes from seller to. I made a video on this 6 years ago, and when I first started seeing certain stuff going up, before these high end Gary V's and all that started to be in the forefront of our, before that's what brought in the Jeff Wilsons and these other people, was these guys that could buy the high end stuff, sell it. They see one sale go for much, and then they think it keeps you going up and up when there's going to be a ceiling somewhere. And I don't think they still haven't grasped that, because I sit here and I'm like, I'm sorry, that Michael Jordan card that went for millions, I don't know. I don't understand. Even if you have FU money and 3 people went in and bought that, I wish he would come out and just because they said, oh, he's keeping it. Okay. Really? You have that much keeping it amongst 3 people? Doing what with it? I hope you're not setting it on a shelf like I do. Maybe you are. I don't know. But I don't. First off, no card is worth that amount of money. Secondly, I don't want to be the gatekeeper. It's worth whatever somebody's worth paying it. But in my mind, it's so much better can be done with that money. And it could be said with any money spent on a card, I guess. But when you start talking about $3 million or whatever ridiculous number it was, that's my cringe factor kicks in on that. But what's the return on investment? What is your future plan? And please do not tell me. And this is where I was like, I was giving John the golf clap about buying. I've been saying this too. When this was said last year, talking about buying, one of the things about buying vintage over modern was buying for your family after you pass away. It's a headache to them. They're going to package it up, take you to the nearest LCS, or God forbid, somebody like Ty, and they're going to come in and buy pennies on the dollar, and they're going to hear a big number and be happy with it. And it's going to be pennies on the dollar, but they're going to hear the big number, and actually you being dead is taking a loss on that. So why don't you just collect for you now? Why worry about what your family's going to do with it? The worst case scenario for me is buying it and I have to resell it to survive, which is that's the one reason why you do look at values. And when you make purchases, I try to make smart purchases. Me and Ty have been talking about here lately about buying vintage online, and he's in a T206 group that don't put up with no shit. If they think you're screwing somebody in any way, they kick you out or whatever. Hey, that's awesome. If you can find a group like that, I would feel better. But still, I want to see the cards, especially a T206 should be loved. Pre-war cards, if you get one that's too clean, I'm calling shenanigans, and the worries start coming out of it. So, those type of cards, but I would like to have a clean face. If the crease is in the jersey or in the background or in the back of the card, but not seen on the front, that's why I like to buy in person. And he's saying, I could get some better deals. And I agree. And if you feel comfortable, go right ahead. And I mean, I have bought some vintage online when I think it's good, and I trust it, and I feel right about it. Gut feel, the price is good. But you know what they say about a too good of a price, you know. But you know, I feel like that, you know, pulling the trigger on something like that is okay. And I feel okay with that because I do it in gaming. I mean, Jesus, gaming even in person, unless you have them test it at a machine that they have, which a lot of people will, especially if you buy at a shop, they will test it right there if you ask them. At a show, it's tougher because most people don't have stuff set up. A lot of times, handhelds can be tested. I tested out my handheld before I bought it uh, to make sure it turned on and ran the game, a game. But nothing's guaranteed. You can walk away and mechanics break in it, something just dies in it. It's a, and I go with that all the time. It's been, even though I feel gaming is cheaper than card collecting, it's still good money, right? You're still throwing out good money if it doesn't work. So, you know, I could do it for one and feel ease at it, and even in person, it's a chance. In cards, though, I really like to display. If it's a big card, I like to display it. It's something I feel accomplished about, a victory in my life. I feel like in my lifetime I haven't had many victories, so I like to really celebrate any victory I really do have. And I know a lot of people may go, "Man, that's sad to say." It is, and I had those. I have those issues. Uh, you know, I haven't lived a hard life by any means, but still, comparatively speaking, but you know, you still have, when you look back or the life you live, you sometimes you just have those feelings. And so I'm at a point in my life where I'm having more wins than losses, definitely, and I like to celebrate those. Um, so that's like one other reason why I have displays up, just to, I've said it before, walk by the display, look at it, and go, man, 12-year-old Scott, 15-year-old Scott, 25-year-old Scott, 35-year-old Scott would not imagined what 50, almost 54-year-old Scott, 53-year-old Scott has. And it's and to me, it's a little cringe factor when I do that. Uh, Money I put in that could be going to other things as well. But the one thing with that is, because you know, as any collector, you don't keep up with the value as much, but you want to buy stuff that the value holds. And I think probably 75% of my collection is that way. Probably 65. And that's, you're gonna go, man, that's a low percentage, but you you have to understand how much shit I bought since the 70s, right? I have boxes and boxes of cards that span my lifetime, and not all of them are $400 cards. They're, you know, a lot. I have a lot of 20-cent cards. I have a lot of quarter cards. I have a lot of dollar cards. I have uh, bounced in my mind several times at setting up at a show and just make everything 50 cent and take the losses with the gains, and it all average out. And you know, have one display of some nicer cards at priced at book price, and because that's how old I am, and you know, and go with it. But you know, I've been watching the video, and like I said, John, I think hit on the head, and I know he, after talking to him, he exaggerates a little bit to get people's opinions on an idea, or make people think, hyperbolic or whatever the terminology. I don't think collecting is anywhere close to that. If you go to shows, you'll see that. I bet you the large majority. I don't want to say a percentage, because that, you know, I'll throw one out there, see if we can go fishing. 75%. And if you go to any show, 75% of the people there collecting, they're not just buying to go and put it right on eBay. Not everybody's Mike O, right? So I'm just joking because Mike kept saying in his videos this week he bought stuff to put on eBay, but he does that to supplement his. And I don't care what you do. If you're doing it for, if you're Triple Crown and doing it for a living, or if you're just somebody supplementing your income to hobby, which is what I do. Also, I just take the money, put it in my account, and just pay my credit card with it. That's basically what I do. So whatever I purchase, it might be a bill. I don't know. I don't put bills on my credit card, but gas for the week, whatever. But whatever you're doing it for, it doesn't matter. It's your hobby. But I think there is a lot of collectors out there, and it's just the videos. I think before I started was vintage football heavy. Then it went to baseball, vintage baseball, very heavy vintage baseball. And now it's gone to more of the value game, the reselling game, the whatever, the money part of it. It's almost like stock market shows. What's up, what's down, highest to selling stuff, most selling stuff. But I find my collector my whole group is collectors channels. If you want to watch collectors channels, watch Mike O, watch Hitman 23. Hitman 23 probably has some of the best. I started calling them collectors videos. Thanks to John. Hashtag collectors. Let's get that started behind these videos. Make it easier for collectors to find. And I feel like East Coast East Connecticut Collectibles, Fabian, when he does a video, Dave, Melee Card Crisis, and Fisher Bike, Lou Rock, all the Misfits. A lot of those guys are collectors, right? For collectors, they talk a lot of value, but some of their value talk is because the price of the stuff they're buying is so expensive. But also, to resell it, they want to resell to get something else or something like that. And I think that's what a lot of the vintage guys talk about when they talk about value. They really want that value to hold because the amount they're putting into it. That's another reason why I kind of, my limit is usually $1,500, and I don't spend that maybe once a year at the National. I don't even know if I went that high on a card this year. I don't even think I bought $1,000 card. I don't even know if I bought a $500 card. I can't. I'm trying to think. But that's why I always talk about, when people are talking about, I can't do the hobby no more. I'm getting priced out. I don't know I wish they would go more into it on what they're getting priced out of. I can understand boxes, but then again, retail's gone up a little bit, but retail's gotten better at what's in it. It's all in what you're looking for. Not everyone can. You can't. It's never been this way of buying retail and you got something. It's never been that way. It's you got more clunkers than you do winners, but the entertainment of the players and liking the game that you're opening and watching it and being involved in it, I think that's the biggest part. If you're just opening up a box to see if you get a Judge or an Otani or Paul Skeens auto, and you just don't know the players and all that, yeah, that's going to make it less fun. You don't know, you know, what you're looking at. You don't know who the rookie of the year is or Cy Young candidates and all that stuff. It makes it harder, and it makes it, well, not harder. It just makes it less fun if you don't know the names of the players, and that part I can understand. But I don't know when I hear this, and I know certain people have pivoted or stopped because it's gotten harder to buy retail and flip it. It's almost impossible now. You got to go to more breakers and buy in. I like opening boxes because I know what I want to collect, but I might get something out of a box that I would have never thought that I would want and go, man, I want to keep this. Now that's been far and in between because I'm more dedicated in what I'm keeping to what I'm selling. I will like hit something and go, man, that's really nice, and then moving on for something that I want. But I open for my entertainment. And then some of it goes to sell, some of it goes to my collection. And I've been really enjoying the Scooby-Doo. I can't get over that. Once I'm done with that, then I'll start opening up the probably Star Wars. This year, Star Wars Chrome. I have gotten 4 collector or super boxes, I think they're called, from Costco. They're limiting it to you to 2 purchases, 2 boxes per purchase. And I bought 2 yesterday when I went in there for my 3-month grocery shop. And I went in there today because I was in the area again, had to go back to the post office to mail some stuff, and went over there and I bought 2, and the display case was exactly the same after I bought the 2 yesterday. So I don't know. They're $40, I believe, per box. Cuts. I don't know what all's in it. It's 12 of one, 13 of another. It might have paper in there as well as chromium. I haven't really looked at it. I just got it because 12 and 3. I think I got 3 special packs in there. And the one like oversized card is actually a cut, and I think you can get an autograph somewhere. But that's very, very tough. So I did get an autograph out of Bowman on the Mega box the other day. I was shocked. I think that's the first one I've ever pulled very close to it. And it was color. I also pulled a soda pink Mega out of the Mega. So I really think they're doing better with the retail. I really do. And trying to think what other videos I've watched this week. I mean, everything was kind of, I've seen a lot of people showing cards, a lot of PSA, CGC reveals, stuff like that, which it's okay to watch. You could tell a lot of newer people to people who have been doing it a while that know what to expect. And even I get an 8 or a 7. I kind of want to look to see where the damage is or whatever. You got to trust the process, and they saw something that you did when you send it in. You got to remember, they're in a dark room with black light. They're going to see every crevice and everything. I did see a comment on Facebook today where somebody dropped. First of all, they dropped the card, dented a corner, damaged the corner, asked what they could do about it if it was something that Kurt's whatever mirror cure could fix. I don't really want to say the site. I stay on there just to see this type of stuff, and it was a numbered card out of 10 of 10. So it doesn't matter if you fix it. If you go to sell it, it has the name of the player, the number, It's a 10 out of 10. So if that card ever comes up for sale, the sluice on blowout forms has already got you covered, bro. You're dead. That card is dead in the water. You can get it graded. You can fix it, grade it, but that's going to get called out. It's going to get called out. And I don't know if he did it for intentionally to see what people would say. There was a lot of people saying that Kurtz is great and all that, which makes me throw up a little bit in my mouth. Fixing dings is not right. You can lay it out, rub it with your finger, but when you start putting chemicals and doing different things to fix it, that it's not right. And a 10 out of 10, a 10, right? That's red. Or no, that's a 5. So I can't remember. It's 10 gold? No, that's 50. 10 is usually clear, which it wasn't clear. And it wasn't a mirror. I don't know. I can't remember. It didn't show the front, so I don't know what the color was, but it was a 10 out of 10. I just love that. I love that being on that group. It's to see the nonsense that comes across this group. If you can figure that one out, it's just great content. You sit there, you need a laugh, you want to feel better about yourself. That's a great group to go and look at stuff. So, and then look at all the comments. And I don't know if it's 90% trolls or what, but it still makes me giggle. It makes me warm inside. I've only commented twice. I didn't even waste a comment on this one because enough people already put on there. But there was a lot of people on there for their Kurtz card care. So, but I hope everybody's doing good this week. Keep your head up. Keep moving forward. Stay strong. Can't be divided in any facet, and find the good in each other. And love you. Talk to y'all tomorrow night. Oh, and Chris from Missouri has reached out to me. I need to reach back to him. I've been very busy at work. I've had my phone off at work. Then when I get off, I got a million things to do, and I haven't got back to him. So I will get back to him. I don't know. Tomorrow night, it might be too soon, but hopefully I'll have him on that somebody really want to talk to. There's many people I would love to talk to in this community to just have a conversation with and to learn more about. And I think it would be awesome. So, Chris, I got your message. I'll get back in touch with you hopefully today. So tomorrow night, still be 8 o'clock. Let's talk positive, uplifting, bring whatever you want to talk about, open-ended tomorrow night. As of right now, and looking forward to it, man. Y'all know those nights sometimes we get into the weeds on some things. We have a lot of fun, and it's a good chat. So see ya then. And also, real quick, I know I just logged off, but hey, welcome to my new subscribers, man. This has been a great couple of weeks for me. It's very touching. The new commenters, it's been awesome. And I love you guys. And until tomorrow night, see ya.